that allows us to broadcast whatever we're doing, how we're feeling, and how we look to our fellow peers at any given time. Being in the generation of the millennial, we all have most likely used some form of social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Each different app allows us to put forward the best versions of ourselves to our peers.
Showing every aspect of our lives in an exaggerated manner, social networking is often used as a way to advertise how exciting our lives are to others. However, we tend to forget that this affects the way that we are perceived.
Gender and sexuality can have an effect on the cyber personas we create. Although there are differences between boys and girls, overall, social media is gender blind to how we try to show ourselves in the best light or in the best filter possible.
It's no surprise to hear that social media generally has a negative effect on self-esteem. According to Tom Guerra of the Wall Street Journal, our online personas are needier than the real ones we have in real life. Boys or girls, we generally have a need to be acknowledged for the mundane things we post online.
There has been a general consensus of studies showing that social media use can lead to depression and envy. The reason behind this is that when one sees their peers having a good time, they feel as though they are missing out on something, and they question why they're not having that much fun. The problem with this is that it becomes an endless cycle of jealousy. The co-author of this study on Facebook and envy, Hannah Krasnova, states that self-promotion triggers more self-promotion, and the world of social media gets further and further from reality.
Social media has caused us to always need some form of attention at any given time. As a society, we cling to these media outlets simply because it's easier to put oneself out there and not feel any judgment from peers.
In contrast, CNN officials have proven that there may be benefits to using social media. Kelly Wallace, a CNN journalist, interviewed Eileen Mazzeo, a mother of two, who talks about the benefits she sees in her children. Although social media is dangerous, it can help build self-confidence too, said Mazzeo during the recent interview about her 13-year-old daughter Amelia and her 8-year-old son William. Indeed, cyberbullying and harsh comments are all over these sites. A lot of girls will give positive feedback on pictures and posts, which can boost anyone's self-esteem. Okay, so the purpose for me for posting an Instagram picture or like a tweet would be like to advertise my life and to show everyone like how much fun I might be having. If it's like a picture of myself that I feel like I look good in, I want to get likes, I want to get comments, like I want people to think I look good in whatever I'm doing. And a lot of the time, like high school friends, you know, from last year or whatever, are still following me, so I want them to know like I'm having a good time in college, like everything's all good with me, like maybe make some girls jealous, like it's just kind of catty.
I post something, and I feel like a lot of people do this too, is you kind of want people to envy or admire you for what you're doing. Like, oh, your life seems really cool, your life seems really interesting, your life seems kind of entertaining, and I kind of want to be you.
An Instagrammable moment for me is like a moment when I'm doing something really impressive. And there's even moments where I do impressive things just so I can Instagram it.
So if I post a selfie, it's most likely because I like got ready, trying really hard, like want people to think I'm cute, pretty, whatever. And if I don't get a lot of likes, I will most likely delete the picture or just try to, I don't even know. It's very discouraging and hurtful. It's almost like someone's like bullying you in a sense. It's like a feeling like you're not good enough, even though really no one's saying anything.
You know, being a modern day gay guy, a lot of times, gay guys don't really meet naturally anymore. So you kind of use these social media sites as a way of kind of putting yourself out there, as terrible as that might sound, but it's not as bad as it might sound. However, you know, that's why things like selfies are kind of crucial, because when you post a selfie, it's kind of advertising how you look, because you don't really naturally meet gay guys anymore. You always use these social media sites, and if they're looking at your Instagram, you need to make sure your selfies are the best selfies they could be. You know, and if I don't get any likes on that selfie, I am probably most likely taking it down.
So when I go out or I go and I'm hanging out with friends, I always make sure that there's picture time and everybody needs to get my picture because everybody needs to be taken account for in my photo on my Instagram because I need to get as most likes as possible. It's kind of funny, actually, everybody does it. It's not just me, like all of my girlfriends are like, oh, like take it on my phone, like send me that picture just to, like not just to have it, but more to post it on you know, Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. It gets a little out of hand sometimes.
I know a lot of guys who will scroll through all the pictures on their phone from the night, and then they don't care how they look, and they'll just post up a picture of them standing next to the most attractive girl.
You know, I've always thought of Instagram as being this like product that you're selling to your friends, but the product, rather than being yourself, is this wild life, and you're trying to appeal to your friends that you yourself have a fabulous, crazy life, even though in reality, you don't.
Maybe gender doesn't matter.
Maybe sexuality doesn't matter.
Everyone puts their business all over social media.
So these are our honest opinions. What are yours? Why do you post?
Let me take a selfie.